Billionaire investor Mark Cuban recently revealed his top secrets for maximizing wealth to lottery winners.
And you already know who you're supposed to help. And so you just automatically say no to somebody else.
The last one will surprise you. Mark's first piece of advice may not be sexy, but can save you hundreds of millions of dollars, is to know the taxes involved. Taxes are very important, and they will determine exactly how much money you can take home from your lottery winnings. The IRS generally takes 24% of the jackpot right off the top as federal income tax. This may change according to the particular lottery and your current tax bracket. What's left over is what's considered taxable income and may be subject to federal income tax rates anywhere from 10% up to as much as 37% or even higher for some. But federal taxes are only the beginning. Many states have their own lottery withholding taxes that further shrink your actual winnings. Beyond that, you may be expected to pay state income taxes on your lottery winnings, and sometimes even local taxes. So by the time you win that $100 million jackpot, it may seem as though you have finally hit the mother lode, but after taxes, your real take could be closer to $60 million or even less. Such complexities might even require you to consult a tax expert to ascertain certain tax implications imposed in your state. They can help you plan, and you might even find ways of reducing the tax burden. Smart financial planning can go a long distance in ensuring that your lottery winnings are well managed and last a lifetime. Self-made billionaire entrepreneur Mark Cuban has mentioned numerous times that what one should do first after hitting the jackpot is find a good tax consultant right away to explain precisely how the income tax system works and provide tips on how tax liability might be minimized. As Cuban put it, consider other investment vehicles that might afford some tax advantages, like retirement accounts, IRAs, or 401ks. While being wary of impulsive spending or purchases that raise your overall taxable income, Cuban commonly mentions annuity payments, which are tax efficient and, over a long period, far more attractive than an outright payout. An annuity is a type of investment in which an individual gives a lump sum in return for a stream of fixed or variable payments. Taking an annuity means you can get a share in your gains per year for several years. It has some confidence from several angles. Unlike an annuity payment, a lump sum may be fully taxed in the year you receive it. An annuity, on the other hand, is taxed incrementally over time as the payments are received, spreading your taxable income over more years. By pushing income into future years, lottery winners might avoid higher tax brackets in many of those years, thereby lowering their overall tax liability. Also, under certain circumstances, some of the annuity payments may be tax-free, particularly if the annuity was bought with after-tax money. The portion of the payments that constitute the return of principal may not be subject to income tax. But not everyone agrees with Cuban. Some experts say that an upfront lump sum offers more flexibility and investment opportunities. They also mention that because of the time value of money, those future payments from an annuity may be worth less in today's dollars as a result of inflation. In addition, annuity payments are often based on the winner's life expectancy. This implies that if you outlive your annuity period, you do not get your full payout. Others prefer investment in a lump sum payment in various financial instruments that could very well be more rewarding than the assured payments from an annuity, though this approach also entails greater investment risk. Which will eventually be better depends on one's financial goals, risk tolerance, and tax situation. In the final analysis, an annuity or a lump sum payment is always in order. The advice of Mark Cuban to consider the after-tax efficiency of annuity payments provides important insights for lottery winners to maximize their benefits in the long run. Do you agree with Mark Cuban's annuity advice? Let us know in the comments while you keep watching. Mark Cuban advises to avoid immediate large purchases. Another important piece of advice from Mark Cuban is not to make huge immediate purchases if one happens to win a lottery. Though this might sound simple, as a rule it can help keep your finances in check. Whenever people win a lottery, the feelings that arise due to such an incident are filled with excitement and a desire to spend money on really costly items. However, giving in to these impulses can indeed lead to regret and financial trouble in the long run. Cuban insists on taking a step backward and giving oneself time to cool off from the excitement of the new venture rather than making large financial decisions immediately. This well-considered approach enables you to take time to reflect on long-range financial goals like retirement, funding education for your children, or donating to charity. It is always advisable to seek expert professional advice, such as financial advisors, in handling such immense sums of money. Apart from that, do not make impulse purchases. They may not be for the betterment of your financial status or good health. Financial experts agree with Cuban that bad things can happen when spending is impulsive. If you spend too much, it will erase your windfall, thereby lessening your emergency fund. The sudden windfall amount can also put you into lifestyle inflation, whereby the way you spend increases with your newfound income, which may lead to financial instability. Large purchases can also raise your taxable income, and this might bounce you into higher tax brackets, adding to a more significant overall tax liability, the experts further note. Instead of making huge purchases, Cuban and other experts recommend that you create a detailed financial plan with your goals, budget, and investment strategies before using your winnings. If applicable, consider using a portion of your winnings to pay off high-interest debt, such as credit card balances or student loans. Another thing you can consider is substantially making charitable giving, perhaps by setting up a charitable foundation so that the funds will be used effectively. His next advice is very important. Be cautious of financial predators. Mark Cuban also warns lottery winners to beware of the financial predators. It is a fact that many of those so-called financial consultants lack real expertise and might use your new riches to their advantage. Cuban protects himself and suggests you be very leery of unsolicited calls, emails, or in-person pitches from anyone offering investment opportunities or financial advice. These predators may use high-pressure tactics to encourage quick decisions, many with unusually high returns and little risk. Be alert for phishing scams or sites set up to fish for personal information. Financial security experts recommend researching any company or person before investing in it. Make sure the people offering financial advice to you are qualified and certified to do so. It's prudent to seek the help of your trusted financial advisors, like attorneys or accountants, to help you manage your wealth effectively. If it smells fishy or sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. Trust your instincts and avoid what makes you uneasy. The next is to keep your life simple. As Mark Cuban enforces, the only real defense against financial predation is through financial literacy. Knowledge of basic concepts, investment options, risk management, and tax implication enables you to make educated decisions to avoid scams. Equally important is building a close-knit structure of friends and family whom one respects and trusts to offer emotional support and give much-needed advice during such a transformative period in one's life. Cuban also points to the benefits of simplicity in life, especially after some kind of windfall, such as winning the lottery. He admits that the presence of new money usually drives people to enter into more convoluted and riskier financial dealings. The irony is, however, that this sudden richness might affect a person's judgment between need and indulgence, leading to rash decisions over things that truly matter. This sudden shift can sometimes stress relations, as friends and family may have other expectations or motives. Cuban advises that maintaining a simpler lifestyle can alleviate stress and anxiety, allowing winners to focus on what genuinely matters. By avoiding unnecessary financial risks, individuals can safeguard their wealth and ensure its longevity. A simpler lifestyle also helps foster stronger relationships as it reduces the influence of material possessions and status. When you come into unexpected wealth, it's crucial to manage your income and expenses with the same careful attention you had before. This strategy will help you avoid overspending and make wise financial decisions. Focus on experiences rather than material possessions, as they tend to provide lasting joy and fulfillment. Additionally, don't be afraid to delegate tasks and responsibilities to others. This will give you more time to invest in what truly matters. Like our channel, which gives you premium tips to help your financial journey. Click the subscribe button now and keep watching. The reality of large sums. Mark Cuban often points out that winning the lottery doesn't require extravagant spending or fulfilling every financial request. He advises winners to be wary of those who seek large sums of money, as their motives might not be rooted in genuine friendship. Giving away too much too quickly can quickly deplete your winnings and leave you vulnerable to financial trouble. Some who claim to be friends might simply want to exploit your generosity for their own benefit. Such demands can strain relationships and foster resentment. Cuban recommends carefully evaluating the intentions of those who ask for money before making significant financial commitments. Set clear boundaries with friends and family about financial requests. Focus on helping those who truly need it, rather than trying to meet every request. He often stresses the importance of safeguarding your financial independence and long-term security for both yourself and your family. He advises against enabling harmful behaviors or addictions by offering excessive financial support. Instead, focus on using your resources wisely to secure your future. His next advice is to put the money in the bank. Cuban often advises lottery winners to put their winning money in the bank so that they may live off of it for the rest of their lives in comfort. In this manner, your money is safe from theft or misplacement, and this provides a safe, routine way of managing money. While some of these experts may beg to differ in opinion, Cuban's idea stems from the fact that banks are reputed to be safe for your money. According to Cuban, banks, for the most part, are very safe to deposit your money into. They have mechanisms in place to protect it from thieves and other perils, with many paying interest on your savings, whereby your wealth has the potential of growing over time. Bank accounts also provide you with the ease of access to funds when you need to get cash out for daily living or major purchases. To maximize your financial benefits, choose a bank account that aligns with your goals and needs. Savings accounts are ideal for holding substantial amounts of money, while checking accounts offer easy access for everyday transactions. Be sure to compare interest rates from various banks to find the best option for your savings. And ensure that your bank is FDIC insured to protect your deposits up to a certain limit. His next advice is, do not go bankrupt after hitting the jackpot lottery. On the other hand, another valuable piece of advice that comes from Mark Cuban refers to avoiding bankruptcy after hitting a jackpot lottery. Indeed, despite the sudden eruption of fortune, almost 1/3 of the winners finally filed for bankruptcy. It proves that your winnings must be disposed of cautiously in an extremely watchful manner so that you can avoid any impending financial disaster. The thrill of sudden money sometimes leads to impulsive spending, which quickly depletes finances. You develop a desire to spend lavishly to maintain the financial status you have acquired, and you may feel this is constraining your budget. Poor investment decisions or lack of substantial knowledge of finances result in massive losses. Moreover, taking loans against your prices may also draw you into a dangerous debt spiral, particularly when the value of these prizes goes down. On top of this, pressure from friends and relatives for money can further worsen your situation and tempt you towards overspending or unwise investments. To be able to go through these, it would be prudent to consult financial advisors, lawyers, and tax experts. In this way, they can help you make a very detailed financial plan and even give you advice on making more considerate decisions about major purchases. You may even set up a trust as another strategic path to protect your assets and manage your wealth efficiently. The stability of your finances depends on responsible spending, judicious investment, and seeking expert advice if necessary. When this sinks in, Cuban advises to set expectations once you win a lottery. Mark Cuban says one other thing: you have to manage expectations. Yes, if you were just on the edge before winning a lottery jackpot, that moves you from being just above or below poverty to a quite comfortable financial situation. But don't think all of life's problems will be solved. Mark Cuban puts it best: a win might give you a false sense of security and that all troubles will disappear. In reality, while it may offer financial freedom, it doesn't necessarily bring happiness, nor will it solve every problem. Experts also emphasize that one day after winning the lottery, you may be overwhelmed and develop emotional problems. These emotional problems need first to be identified before making major changes in your life. Sudden money will bring pressure on relationships, whereby friends and family have different expectations or motives. Managing large sums of money requires knowledge about finance and discipline, and it is also crucial to learn about the kind of responsibilities that sudden money brings. You may have won the lottery, but at times the situation can get out of hand. Health complications, lawsuits, and economic downturns are all possibilities. Mark Cuban says a therapist or counselor will help to handle the emotional issues of suddenly gaining wealth. Investing in personal and professional development is equally important. as it ensures you have the skills and knowledge needed to effectively handle your new financial situation. He also encourages lottery winners to value steady income. Cuban has also continuously insisted on the importance of having a steady stream of income. Whether one earns a lot, as would be the case in the event of winning a lottery jackpot, a good source of steady income can never be overlooked or replaced. A regular income is predictable and therefore can be relied upon to provide money with much less stress and uncertainty. It allows you to budget your life because with a somewhat steady amount coming in regularly, you can estimate your expenses and achieve your long-term monetary goals. In addition, a continued flow of income plays an important role in building up an emergency fund for dealing with sudden expenses or financial crises. This also contributes significantly to the planning of a comfortable retirement, in which one has greater certainty of one's finances later in life. There it is. Winning a lottery might be a dream come true, but on the other side, it brings in certain challenges and responsibilities along with it. But if you follow these tips, you are sure to maximize your wealth.